What is going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. It is Friday night, so you know what that means. We're gonna be fighting demons at the gym tonight. I really do hate that trend of like, it's just me and my demons out here. Like, I really hate that trend, and I feel like people who say that, they don't realize that that's not just something to be joked about, because demons, one, they do exist, whether we believe it or not. And two, when you summon them, you don't get a say in when they leave. So you can summon them and then have to deal with them for the rest of the day, which is why you're so depressed, which is a completely different story. But anyway, we have a back and bicep workout today with a little bit of a talk at the end about body dysmorphia, which I've been dealing with a little bit. Unsurprisingly, every bodybuilder at some point is going to run into this. I don't care who you are, you run into this at some point. So we're going to be talking about that today, and that's pretty much it right now. I'm going to go in. I just got back from work. I'm going to go in, make my pre-workout meal, have my pre-workout a little bit later, and yeah, it's going to be pretty much a chill day. It's a Friday night, so it's not going to be too many people at the gym, so it should be a good day for the most part. So in case you guys have ever wondered what I have for my pre-workout meals, because you're like, wow, Eric's so big and strong and buff and stuff like that, I literally just have a Hot Pocket. I have this every single day before I go to the gym, and I've been doing it for the past 2 or 3 months, I want to say. And the main reason why I have it is because I wanted something that was that wouldn't fill me up, that was high in calories, and that was really easy to make. Are there healthier options? By far, there are way healthier options. I don't plan on eating this for too long. It's just something that I'm doing right now to help cultivate mass, to help me get bigger, and it's really quick and easy, and I love Hot Pockets. And it's also the pepperoni flavor, which is the correct one. Now, another thing that I do is I like to make my pre-workout meals the night before or the day before and put them in the fridge to chill throughout the day while I'm at work. People are going to call me weird. A lot of people dry scoop. You shouldn't dry scoop. If you watch More Plates, More Dates, you know why you shouldn't be dry scooping. It loses its efficacy, and it's also just meant to be enjoyed like a regular drink. And I love doing that. So what I do is I make it the morning of, I'll put it in the fridge, and then later that day, like tonight, what I'll do is I'll drink it 30 minutes before going to the gym, and I'll watch like an anime fight or something like that just to get me hyped. And then I'll also start getting ready, like start getting dressed and figure out what I'm going to wear, because yes, I do plan my outfits. I don't just throw stuff together. So I got to hurry up and eat this because it's already 5:43, and this is my second taping of this because I didn't have the image stabilization on, so it was just like all over the place. But anyway, I'm going to go eat this, and I will see you guys at the gym. Before I forget, because I'm going to forget later tonight when I'm at In-N-Out and I'm just thinking about the food that I want to eat. As far as the last video goes, I completely forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, well, it still is the beginning when you're watching this, but it turns out that I didn't actually have COVID. And I'll try to sum this up as quickly as possible. I was telling one of my coworkers, she's like one of my really good friends, I was telling her exactly what was happening, and basically everything that I said in that video, I was telling her. But what I didn't tell you guys was the eggs that I had that morning were over like 3 to 4 months old. And my parents' test came back negative, and I came back negative. And even if I did have COVID and get over it that fast, my test should have still been negative because it was it should have still been positive because COVID would have still been in my system regardless of if I got over it or not. So all those things didn't add up. And then she was like, well, you might have had food poisoning. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And we looked into it some more, and it turns out that like chills, fever, the vomiting that I was trying not to do, the weakness that I felt, all that stuff is the exact same symptoms of food poisoning. So I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much more sense. So technically I didn't have COVID, and I'm going to leave that video up just because there's no point in deleting it. I mean, there is a point, but only 8 people saw it at this point, so I'm just going to leave it up. Anyway, I wanted to sum that up before the video went on because I knew I was going to forget. So now I'll see you guys at the gym.
You don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo. 'Cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about me. I don't give a nothing sticks to me, baby. Yes, hon, I'm Teflon, I don't give an F, so go ahead and tell them I'm a little bit too much for ya. Maybe you're not man enough. up, fed up with you crazy. I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never cry for you, cry for you, cry for you, cry for you. Oh yeah, yeah. How do you expect me to when I'm over you? Can't you tell by the look on my face that I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never smile for you.
So, I'm in the line, and you can like barely see me, so I'll just, hopefully it'll look better later, but, body dysmorphia, I'm sure most of you guys have heard of it. It's kind of like this, it's basically where you see yourself as, let me stop trying to paraphrase and actually look it up. Body dysmorphia disorder, occasionally still called dysmorphophobia, is a mental disorder characterized by the obsessive idea that, why is this not going there? Okay, let me just start over. Body dysmorphia disorder, occasionally still called dysmorphophobia, is a mental disorder characterized by the obsessive idea that some aspect of one's own body part or appearance is severely flawed and therefore warrants exceptional measures to hide or fix it. That describes a lot of bodybuilders, and specifically me. I don't have it to a severe amount, but I do definitely have it in some way where I'll look at my body and I'll just think, oh my gosh, dude, like you look really skinny right now, man. Like I'll still see myself as the kid in 6th grade who people used to like make fun of him and wrap their fingers around his wrist because they were so small. Like I see myself as that sometimes. Like other times I'll be in the gym and I'll have like a really good pump and the lighting is there and I'll just look like amazing like I did in the earlier clips. Like in the earlier clips, I was like, dang, I look really good. But that's not all the time. And earlier last Thursday, I was working out and these kids came up to me. If you follow me on Instagram, you already heard this story. But there are these kids that were working out on the machine that I was on while I went to go to the bathroom, which wasn't a big deal. I came back and I was like, let me just do one set and then you guys can have it. I do my set and I realized one of the kids is standing next to me, like wanting to ask me something. So I was like, oh, what the heck? So I go ahead and I take my headphones off and he was like, hey, I was just asking, what do you train for? And I was like, what do you mean train for? And he was like, do you train for like aesthetics, like athletics? And I was like, oh, I train like this, da-da-da-da. Long story short, we end up having a conversation and they were like, dude, you look really good. Your legs are huge. Like, are you going to compete? And I was just talking to him about that. And I was like, dang, I guess I look better than I thought I did. I think that's the right phrasing. I don't know. It's just, I think I take for granted how far I've come in terms of my physique. Like, I still see myself as that skinny kid, but I don't realize how, oh my gosh, this is going to sound so cocky, but how much better I look compared to a lot of people that go to that gym because I put in so much work and I made so much progress the last year that I negate all the progress because I'm not exactly where I want to be. And I'm not even comparing myself to other people. I stopped comparing myself and wanted to look like Arnold and all those other people a long time ago. I just want to see how far I can push my physique and still go and how much weight I can put on my frame without making it look, like crazy and weird. So, and then literally just yesterday I was working out and as I was walking to the dumbbell rack to go pick up some weights, this guy, he weighs me down and he asked me the most random question that I was not expecting. He was like, dude, what do you do for your shoulders? And I was like, oh, and it caught me so off guard that I had to think about it. I was like, yeah, I usually just do this, and this. And then we end up having a really good conversation. We exchanged numbers. And now he's like, I talk to him like when I go to the gym now, which is only one time, which is today. But it's just so crazy because I really don't understand how good my body looks. I just keep seeing myself as skinny. And it's like, I kind of wish I saw myself as I wish I gave myself a little bit more progress for where I am. And I wish I didn't see myself as a skinny kid all the time. In a way, it's good because it motivates me, but and it's not anywhere as bad as some other people are. Like, I would never get surgery. I'm not planning on taking any steroids or PDs or anything like that. Like, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just wish I saw myself as better than what I see myself as. That was worded really poorly, but you get the point. So Whoever's watching this, make sure you give yourself credit. Make sure you don't discount how far you've come in terms of your physique. Even if you've only been in there for a month, even if you've only been in there for 6 months, don't look down on yourself and compare yourself to others and get this really bad dysmorphia of yourself and look in the mirror and all you see is what you're not yet. Make sure you give yourself credit for how far you've come so far, which is way more important than where you're going. Enjoy the journey and give yourself, you know, credit. Celebrate the small victories. It's worth it. So just something that I've been dealing with, a little body dysmorphia talk that I think a lot of us need to have. I'm sorry if it's getting really dark. I was really close to the menu and it was lighting up my face, and now it's just the brake lights in front of me. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that little talk and you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions or want to see a future video, let me know with a comment down below. If you guys liked the video, make sure you click the like button, and I will see you guys in the next one.